Welcome back to Jammin TV. I'm here with Asphalt Green. That was a great performance, guys. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Now, I want to know, how was Asphalt Green formed?
Well, I think all of us had bands before, in the past couple of years. We were really satisfied with the, just how it was going, and we figured that, like, if we kind of put together a group of, like, musicians that, were all, like, at the top of their game, we could, make something special, so.
Awesome. And has your music evolved since you began playing?
Yeah, I mean, we started with a female singer, and kind of got a bit heavier, but, like, kind of got a bit more melodic. Just better songwriters now,
Really expanded horizons since we got together.
Yeah, and you sound very experienced. So how long have each of you been playing your instruments?
I've been playing guitar since I was 18, so I guess it's about 6 years.
Long time.
Yeah,
I guess I've been playing for about 8 years. So.
Wow, very good. And who came up with the name Asphalt Green?
Yeah, it's Asphalt Green is the old concrete production plant in New York on the West Side Highway.
Oh.
And I just thought it was cool because there's a big billboard that says Asphalt Green and it's free advertising. So.
That's very unique. And are you guys currently working on your first album?
We are. We've been in the studio recording a couple tracks. We're going to have about 11 tracks.
Yeah, 11 tracks. We've been recording with Chris Hewlett at Moonskull Studios in Paramus. He's a fantastic musical mind. And the album's going to be called Sinners, Tricksters, Killers, and Saints.
Wow, I like that.
Mouthful,
Sounds good. And do you know when it's going to be released?
Hopefully sometime next year.
Hopefully, finances, giving us a chance.
Fingers crossed, maybe
summer.
Spring or summer,
Summer.
Okay.
Summer's a good time to release an album.
Good, awesome.
Good time to tour,
Yeah, definitely. And who writes the songs for the album? Is it mainly you, or do you collaborate?
We all kind of try to have a part in the songwriting. Like Elisa, she does a lot of the kind of the jazzier stuff. I'll do kind of the pop melodies, and Ronald, our lead guitarist, writes most of the the arrangements and everything.
Okay.
So we played our strengths. And
yeah, exactly. But we all contribute in the end. So.
Awesome. And what about the lyrics? Do you take lyrics from personal experiences?
Yeah, I mean, we try not to write like ballads and such, because only so much can be said about love and heartbreak and everything. So we try and just think outside the box and be esoteric with our lyrics and, keep it interesting, kind of like Dylan, and Springsteen back in the day.
Definitely. How long does it usually take to complete a song?
It depends. Sometimes you write one and it's just done. Sometimes you have it for months and months and you just can't seem to finish it.
Yeah.
But then
I mean, the first song we did, Modus Operandi, me and Ronald wrote in a Motel 6 in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
And I think we wrote it in like 5 minutes, and that's it. It's like one of our favorite songs. So. And then other ones take months, literally.
Yeah.
Sometimes the most fun ones are the ones you just write spontaneously
Yeah.
and get them done like right away.
Just comes to you.
Yeah.
And some viewers may not know this, but you are already signed with Big Mountain Entertainment. That's very impressive. How did that come about?
We met Dwayne, who's one of the guys from Big Mountain, through Chris Hewlett, who's our producer. He recommended us to him. He came, checked us out. We've played a bunch of shows with him so far. They're really great over there. They know their stuff, and they stick up for us. That's good, because an indie band needs to get their footing, and they do that. Yeah.
Definitely. I'm sure you're going to do big things.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah.
And since you rocked out our Jammin' stage so well, I'm sure fans would love to check you out again. So do you have any upcoming performances?
We do, actually. We have a local show in Paramus on December 11th.
Yeah, Battle of the Bands at the Paramus VFW on the 11th, and then we'll be playing New York City at the UC Lounge on the 18th. Both of those are Saturdays.
Okay, and can they just show up and get tickets then?
Yeah, we sell tickets via our Facebook, facebook.com/asphaltgreen. You can
Asphalt
contact
Green Band.
Asphalt Green Band, yes. Because the concrete production plant apparently has a Facebook. Everybody does.
I actually saw that. I was Facebooking you.
Yeah, so I think they actually like us on there, so that's cool.
Definitely. Is there a favorite place or venue that you'd love to perform at?
We have performed at, or would like to?
Yeah, either one.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on.
No, I mean, like we played, the Pony, and we got a show at the Bitter Ends.
Yeah.
And
Good places.
But Don Hills was a really great place.
Don Hills is fantastic.
I want to play. I would have loved to play CBGB's. That's my thing. Yeah, it's obviously not there anymore, but hopefully we get to play something as cool as that.
Awesome, and hopefully you're at the Garden someday.
Hopefully.
Someday soon we'll be playing there on January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just fingers crossed.
Headliner.
Headliners.
Definitely. Who are some of your biggest influences in music?
Me, the Beatles, my absolute favorite band ever,
Nice.
and of the Clash. So I have a lot of like the punk rock influences my background, but then I like a lot of jazz influences too. The guitarist Django Reinhardt. So kind of all over the board.
Okay.
Anything classical music.
And I like my classic rock, Led Zeppelin, the Stones, Springsteen's like my idol because I'm from Jersey, and I think he has to be. And Ronald, really, our guitarist who writes a lot of the music, he listens to Mountain and MC5 and a lot of the kind of the power, power stuff. So he has good influences too. So.
Good stuff. Now, once again, where can fans check out your music? You said Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook.com/Asphalt Green Band, and I think we're on MySpace too. And Reverb Nation and all that. So we have a few places you can check us out.
Great. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on our show. You guys were awesome.
It's a pleasure.
Loved your performance.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with more Jammin TV after this break. And make sure you come down to Hobart Hall to help support the Parent Project for Muscular Dystrophy. Don't touch that remote. Welcome back to Jammin TV. I'm your host, Caroline Vallila, and I'm joined by the Telethon band, Vection. That was a great performance.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful voice, too.
Thanks.
So how did you guys form Vection?
It's complicated. I started this band 4 years ago with other people, actually.
Okay.
And then for various reasons, they left, and then I got our guitarist, George, 2 years ago, and then we got our drummer, Bob Man, a year ago, and Max has been in the band for like 6 months.
Wow. So you've been through a lot of people.
Yeah, it takes a while to find the right fit.
Definitely. Well, it works now.
Yeah, I
Sounds
like these
great.
guys.
And you all sound very experienced. So how long have each of you been playing your instruments and singing?
I've been singing forever, I guess.
Really?
I've been playing guitar for like 9 years.
Long
I think
time.
George and Rob have been playing for close to 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been playing bass. I don't even know how long. Maybe 6 years, something like that. And yeah, I've been on the scene in a bunch of bands for like 2 years, maybe 3 years now at this point.
Awesome.
But I just enjoy playing music, and I finally found an awesome band.
Yeah, you guys work well together. So what does the name Vection mean?
You know, it doesn't really have a meaning. I kind of came up with it because I didn't want to be another band that kind of had just like this really generic name that you can Google and 30 other bands come up.
True.
You look us up, we're the only Vection because it's a made-up word, so
Okay.
that's kind of what I went with.
It's unique.
Thanks.
And I heard you guys are in the process of recording your first album.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. We're actually doing it ourselves because I went to school for audio production, so that's kind of been
Wow, you
fun.
must be talented.
It's interesting. I've been to like studios before, and it's like you actually go to a studio like this. It's big. We go to her house in
It's
her
in my room.
Wow.
Come on, it sounds good though.
It does sound good. It's just
Sounds good. And it's cool because we
crazy.
get to take as long as we need to and not have to pay for it.
and you
so.
can have fun with it.
Yeah,
you don't feel
experiment.
pressure. Definitely.
So that's my favorite part.
And will it be released next year?
Yeah, I'm hoping this January it should be done. It's like probably, I'm going to say 90% done right now. So I'm
Wow.
thinking by January,
So
definitely.
very soon. And does everyone have some input with the songwriting, or?
I mean, Kate writes
Is
a
it
lot of
mainly
the bulk of the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come up with an idea and I'll bring it to these guys and we'll decide if we like it or not.
Okay.
And then they'll write their parts and sometimes like I'll change things that were originally there based on like Max plays something awesome and I'm like, oh, that should be there instead.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a collaboration after I bring the initial idea.
Okay. How do you get the inspiration for the ideas?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Sometimes it just kind of happens. I was literally sitting on the couch watching TV, and then This Way Tonight started playing in my head, and I
Wow.
was like, oh, I should go write that.
That's awesome.
So it happens like that sometimes.
Now you guys have several songs, but which is your favorite one to play?
My old favorite used to be Unwind, but the new one, Angel Eyes, which we played last, just has so much energy. It's so fun, and I get this like 12-minute long bass lead solo thing, which is awesome.
It's all about
It
Max.
might be my new favorite.
Awesome.
My favorite was What I Am, the first one we played. It still is, but I think it's tied with Angel Eyes. That song's just like a lot of passion in it.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I get to yell, so that's always fun. Therapeutic.
And you guys are great live. So where can fans check you out for some upcoming performances?
You can find us on like every website. You can find us on Facebook. You can Facebook Vection, MySpace, Reverb Nation, Pure Volume. And I think that covers the major ones.
Okay.
So any of them.
They could check that. Do you have any ones in the future really soon?
No, we want to finish the album before we start booking shows, because whenever we play, they're like, oh, where can I get your CD? And we're like, oh.
Yeah.
It's not done yet.
About that.
And when they have the CD, they can sing along.
Yeah, and then know the
Even
songs,
better.
and then the shows will be even better.
Definitely. So who are some of your biggest influences in music?
Ooh, Max, you start.
Oh, man.
I gotta think about this.
My list is like 3 miles long.
I know, that's why you're starting.
As far as bass, I really got into playing bass through like Rage Against the Machine, POD, more like bass-driven, or really like bass, I don't know, good bassist. But it's all over the place. We go from Erykah Badu, like Mos Def, Tribe Called Quest, right here.
Nice.
And then Godsmack, Disturbed.
A variety.
All over the place, yeah.
Cool.
And Vection.
Yeah, I think for me, my biggest ones are, it's not as much as them being good singers or good guitarists, it's about the songwriting for me. So like, I love like Joan Jett, and I love Michelle Branch, and then I love Flyleaf, and just like a lot of female fronted bands because it's easy to relate to for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I listen to a band, it's mostly about the songwriting. I'm not trying to be the greatest guitarist in the world, but I can write a song.
All right. Well, which do you prefer, the writing, the recording, or performing live more?
I don't know. Recording, it sounds like fun to people that don't like record, but it's so tedious.
Yeah.
It really is.
If you don't like, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes you end up rewriting songs while you're recording, and then it takes even longer. It's just.
I've listened to these songs at least 100 times each, mixing them and stuff. I love mixing. That's honestly what I want to do. I want to be a producer. But I think my favorite part is probably the performing, because we don't get to do it as often as recording and writing songs and stuff. And there's just like this weird stage high that you can't really understand unless you've had it.
Yeah.
And it's just really exciting having like fans screaming and singing along your songs. That has to be my favorite part.
Yeah,
Jumping
you can
around
feed
on
off the
stage.
energy.
Yeah.
How long does it usually take for you guys to complete a song?
It kind of depends. This is mostly my fault. Sometimes I could write a song in like 5 minutes and I'm like, that's what I need. Like when I just sit and it comes to me. And other times I'm just like, I don't like this part anymore. I got to change it. And it could take a few months depending on, how inspired I feel at the time.
Yeah. Well, what's next for Vection? Are you guys planning on sending out some recordings to a record label?
Oh yeah, we're gonna send them everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have a copy.
Nice,
Everyone
I
here can
definitely
have a
want
copy.
We'll give you
an autograph
bunch.
copy.
Cool.
Yeah. After the CD's done, I want to try to get on every radio station we possibly can. I already have a bunch of ways that I'm going to do that.
Play on Brave New Radio.
Yeah,
Our
I took a flyer. I'm on top of it.
She's a good band leader.
Yeah, and then I just want to promote the CD as much as I possibly can until people can't go anywhere in New Jersey without knowing who we are.
Definitely.
That's
Well,
fun.
I know you guys are going to do great things. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thanks for having us.
And guys, stay tuned. We'll have more Jammin TV right after this break. And do not forget to donate to the Parent Project for Muscular Dystrophy in Hobart Hall. Stay tuned.